Let's be real. Artificial intelligence is popping up everywhere, and the classroom is absolutely no exception. But with all this new tech flying around, there's this one massive question we've got to ask. Are our teachers actually ready for it? Well, today we're going to dig into a huge 2023 study by Wang and his team that asked over 3,000 teachers exactly that.
The hype around AI in education is just massive. As the researchers put it, it's sold as this almighty tool that can pretty much do anything. Personalize lessons, grade papers, you name it. It's even pitched as something that could replace parts of what a teacher does. So yeah, the stakes are incredibly high.
So with all that promise and all that pressure, what's the secret sauce? What does it actually take for a teacher not just to use AI, but to knock it out of the park? That is the question at the heart of this study, and trust me, the answers they found are pretty eye-opening.
All right, here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with AI in the classroom. Then we'll nail down what AI readiness even means. From there, we'll look at how that leads to innovation and happier teachers, uncover a surprising twist, and wrap up with why this all really matters.
Okay, first up, let's talk about AI in the classroom. What's promised versus what's actually happening.
So here's the catch, and it's a big one. The researchers point out this huge gap. We have all these powerful AI tools, but when you look at actual K-12 classrooms, they're just not being used all that much. It's like having a supercar that just sits in the garage. All this potential, but very little real-world action.
And that disconnect, well, it leads us right to the core idea of this whole study, the concept of AI readiness. Because if we want to close that gap, we first have to figure out what it even means for a teacher to be ready.
So what is AI readiness? It's not just about knowing how to use an app. The researchers define it as a whole state of being prepared, and they break it down into 4 key areas: cognition, ability, vision, and ethics. Let's quickly unpack each one.
First up, cognition. This is the foundational stuff. Do teachers really get what AI is, how it works? It's about getting past all the buzzwords and understanding what's actually going on under the hood.
Next, we've got ability. This is where the rubber meets the road. Can a teacher actually take an AI tool and use it effectively in a lesson? It's all about the practical, hands-on skills to make AI work in a real classroom setting.
Third is vision, and this is a big one. It's about having that 10,000-foot view. A teacher with vision can see the amazing opportunities AI brings, but they can also spot the potential pitfalls and challenges down the road. It's that big picture thinking.
And finally, ethics. This one is absolutely critical. We're talking about student data here, so it's all about using these powerful tools responsibly. It's making sure teachers know and follow the rules of the road to keep everyone safe.
Okay, so we've got our 4 components of AI readiness. Now let's get to the study's first major finding. Think of this as the first domino to fall, and it's a good one.
What the study found was a super strong positive link across the board. The more teachers understood AI, the better they were at using it, the clearer their vision, and the stronger their ethics. Well, you guessed it, the more likely they were to innovate and try new things with AI in their teaching.
So, readiness leads to innovation. Awesome. But the story doesn't stop there. The researchers found this amazing chain reaction that ends up having a huge impact on the teachers themselves. And here is that key positive path. It all starts with AI readiness, those 4 things we just talked about. That readiness makes teachers feel confident enough to innovate. And then that innovation, it leads directly to them being happier and more satisfied with their jobs. So preparing teachers for AI isn't just about better teaching, it's about making teaching a more fulfilling career.
But it wasn't all sunshine and roses. The data also served up a real curveball, a totally unexpected finding when it comes to how teachers perceive the threat of AI.
Now, you would think that having a really clear vision of AI's potential would make teachers less afraid of it, right? I mean, it makes sense. The more you understand something, the less threatening it should feel.
Well, get this. The data showed the complete opposite. The study found that the stronger a teacher's vision of what AI can do, the more they saw it as a threat. I mean, talk about flipping conventional wisdom on its head. So, what is going on here?
Here's the explanation from the researchers, and it actually makes a lot of sense. Teachers with a really deep vision aren't just seeing today's simple AI tools. They can realistically see a future where super advanced AI could genuinely start to encroach on their jobs, automating really complex tasks. Their clarity lets them see a potential threat that others might miss.
So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? What does this mean for real teachers in real classrooms? Let's talk about why all of this really matters.
When the researchers grouped teachers based on their overall readiness level, low, medium, and high, the pattern was just undeniable. The higher the readiness level, the higher the job satisfaction. The connection is incredibly clear and incredibly powerful.
And here's the bottom line. That group of high readiness teachers, they basically hit the trifecta. They saw the lowest overall threat from AI, they were the most innovative, and they reported the highest job satisfaction. It turns out being prepared really is the key to everything.
And, there's some really hopeful news in here, too. The study found that things like a teacher's gender or the socioeconomic status of their school's region didn't really have an impact on AI readiness. And that is huge. It suggests that with the right support and policies, we can get all teachers ready for this new world.
And all this brings us to one final critical question. We know a clear vision is absolutely essential for innovation, but we also know it can make teachers feel more threatened. So the challenge becomes, how do we give teachers that deep, realistic vision of AI's future while also empowering them with the skills and confidence they need to thrive in it? That is the million-dollar question.